Hi, everybody. Welcome to Northland Basketball, exclusively here at the Sports Zone. Welcome into Lobo Gymnasium for tonight's broadcast of a doubleheader in the 3A East. The Snowflake Lobos are set to host the Payson Longhorns tonight in a pair of varsity basketball games. The girls first, and in the girls' game tonight, it's going to be a good one. We've got two of the highly ranked teams in 3A basketball getting together, two teams that have had a lot of success in not just the East, but throughout their seasons tonight. And we're talking about led by the Snowflake Lady Lobos, who are nearing 20 victories for the season. Meanwhile, out on the floor, it's time for the national anthem. Welcome into Snowflake High School, everybody, for tonight's broadcast of Northland Basketball. If you're listening on radio, you are listening on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. And a big one tonight here at Snowflake as they battle for position in the 3A East. You've got the number 3 ranked Snowflake Lady Lobos. How about their season record? How about 19-4 coming into this one? What a brilliant year they have put together. And they are hoping to, of course, get to the 20-win plateau tonight against a team that is already at 20 victories. The Payson Lady Longhorns are 20-4. The record's almost identical. Just a half game better record overall by the Payson Longhorn ladies. And what's interesting is with that record, it's still quite a separation in the standings. Although Payson is ranked high, they're ranked number 8 in the state. They are inside the Copper tournament bubble, but the Snowflake Lobos are number 3. So overall ranking, Snowflake number 3 and Payson number 8. They're announcing the starting lineup for the home team, the Lady Lobos, after they have already given us the starters for Payson out here at Lobo Gymnasium. So we'll get this thing rolling here in just a moment. Two great basketball teams here for a girls basketball showdown in Snowflake. We welcome you into Northland Basketball. It's presented by some outstanding partners of ours. Presenting sponsor, Choice Broadband. Want to say thank you as well to some outstanding other sponsors that make it possible. Couldn't do it without great people like Sholo Ford and partners like Holbrook Family Dentistry. A big thank you to Navajo Petroleum as well. At halftime, it'll be the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report, so thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. And a big thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center. They present the Sports Zone's Player of the Game at the end of our broadcast here this evening at Snowflake. Out on the floor, they're ready to go. And the venerable one, a guy who should be in the Basketball Officials Hall of Fame sometime soon. Tell you about Greg Chavez Sr. here more as we get going, but the opening tip controlled by Snowflake. And right to Raya Denhalter. Snowflake running off the bat and able to convert. And they lead this one as we get it going here. 2-0, the early lead for the Lady Lobos. And a block shot inside. Renell West got nothing but ball on that. Sent that one right on out of there on the shot by Grace DeSchaff. DeSchaff with her first shot attempt. It's blocked by Renell West, who is closely guarding her on the inbound. And a 5-second call is made. Payson struggling against Snowflake's defense on that trip up the floor to start this game. And Snowflake will try to add to a 2-0 lead as we get it going and underway. Second possession in the early going for the Lady Lobos. Left side, Kennedy Stewart will attack the baseline and reverse back out of there. Over to number 4, Taylor Hancock. Back to number 3, Kennedy Stewart. There is a pass across the paint to number 1, Raya Denhalter, one of the 5 starters out there to start this action for head coach Mike Brogan and Snowflake. And number 10, Nicole Hips in the starting lineup for Snowflake, and the lady that got the shot block a moment ago, number 24, Renelle West, is a Snowflake starter here in this one. Well, pausing in the action here, the play-by-play, as we work with deal with a technical issue, and we apologize for that. Snowflake up 4-0. We are going to have to exit our live stream for a moment. Stay on the channel. Give us about a minute and a half, and we'll be back as we restart things and try to correct a slight problem we have. We'll be right back with
Sarnowski at the line, shooting 2 in the bonus.
closing out the first. Hold on. As I was saying, closing out the first half here. We got a minute 52 on the clock in the second quarter. In a 21-19 game, Payson in front of Snowflake 21-19 on the strength of great play by Hannah Sarnowski, who has scored 5 points in the quarter. That three-point basket, saw the Clara Whaley three-point basket for the Longhorns, put them in front for a second time here in the game. Here is a shot on the run by Hancock, missed it. Renelle West, the follow no good, and they're going to fight for it, and Payson will control it. With a minute 25 now remaining in the second quarter, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report comes up at the break. Inside, difficulty. The Longhorns fight and battle, and they get a second chance basket out of it. That's Kendall Hatch with the great work there. She got the offensive rebound and used the glass to perfection for the Lady Longhorns. West will drive the lane and miss that one. but get fouled on the second try. There goes Rennell West to the foul line. It'll be a foul on Whaley. And that will be Whaley's. I've got that as her first foul. We'll check and see for you here. Well, of course I'm going to be wrong. That's her second foul. And Rennell West steps to the free throw line to try and add something for Snowflake. Unable to hit on the first shot. We'll see if Rennell can get this one on the second try. She does not. Rebound Snowflake. That's Bryn Kupfer, number 12 in there in the lineup. She gets the rebound. West, a shot attempt. No good there. Rebound, Payson. Sarnowski pushes this one up the floor. And she'll give it up to Kendall Hatch. This is Miley Redford at the top of the key. Back to Sarnowski on the drive, and that's a beautiful finish for Hannah Sarnowski. She has scored 7 now in the first half. All of that here in the second quarter. 24 seconds remaining in the second period, and no shot clock here on this possession, but a shot block. No shot clock, but a shot block. Well done by DeSchaff. There's a miss. Rebound, put back is good, and the Payson Lady Longhorns struggle early, but no such struggles here to close out the quarter. The final shot will be taken by Snowflake, and it's no good under the basket. And look at the run by the Longhorns here to close out the second quarter. Snowflake led this game not long ago, just like 3 minutes of clock time ago did they lead this. As their head coach, Payson's head coach, congratulates his ladies, and they're going to go to the locker room and see what they can tidy up there as they played a great first half. Snowflake's the team that's got to make some adjustments, I'll tell you that now. And Payson really put it together well. The score here at halftime, Payson 27, Snowflake 19 in the girls' varsity game tonight here in Snowflake. Stand by for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. That's on the way next, right here on our broadcast of Northland Basketball, right here at the Sports Zone.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Hey, Lifeline phone users, important news flash. If you don't use your phone regularly, it could get deactivated. Remember, use it, don't lose it. Call, text, or go online weekly to keep your free benefit active. Cellular One is here to keep you connected with our free Lifeline phone program, offering unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data. Stay connected with the largest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Visit your nearest Cellular One store or mycellularone.com for details.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
How would you like to be sitting on a beach under the palm trees with your feet in the warm sand and sitting next to the one you love? It's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Valentine's Special, and you could win a Royal Caribbean cruise for two plus $1,000 cash. Right now, with your insured windshield replacement, everyone can take that special person in their life out for 2 dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Wow!
Then take them to the movies with 2 free theater tickets. And everyone's name, including insurance and cash jobs, will go in the hat for a chance to win a 5-night Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 and $1,000 spending cash. Don't miss out on steak dinners, movie tickets, and a cruise for 2 with $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
It's halftime here in Snowflake, the girls' varsity game. And it finds Payson, the number 8 ranked team in 3A basketball, ahead of the number 3 ranked Snowflake Lady Lobos. Our score here 27-19 as we bring you back in to this broadcast of Northland Basketball. Thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint as they help us bring you the breakdown from the first half. Snowflake came out early. They got a 6-0 early lead, and then a 3-pointer by Payson started them off a little bit, but Snowflake still had some early momentum that they used to basically keep a lead all through that first quarter. They outscored Payson 13-8 in the first period. But then after, battling back, Payson was able to tie the game about halfway through the second quarter. And then something happened. Snowflake just hit a dry spell. And Payson took advantage, and their offense came to life in the last few moments of the second quarter. They outscored Snowflake in the second period 19-6. Yeah, Snowflake had 2 field goals. It was all they could manage in the second quarter. One was a basket by Raya Denhalter. The other was a 3-point shot by Kennedy Stewart, which, by the way, was her 3rd of the game. So Kennedy's had a great game shooting the ball early for Snowflake, but it's kind of the one bright spot offensively for Snowflake. She leads them in scoring with 9 points. Raya Denhalter has 7. Teammate Renelle West with 2 points, and J.C. Ballard has 1 free throw to her credit. But it's been Payson. Payson had that great second quarter, scored 19 points. And a lot of that was on the strength of the great Hannah Sarnowski second quarter. She had 7 points in the period. Her teammate, Clara Whaley, has 8 points to lead the scoring in the game and managed a 3-pointer in the second quarter for the team. Miley Redford has 5 points. Kendall Hatch with 4 points. And Tatum McDowell has 3 points here in the game so far for the Payson Lady Longhorns. Well, great game. 2 great teams out there. Snowflake will have to make those adjustments necessary for the second half. The Lady Lobos have had this great year, right? 19-4 overall. Payson, by the way, is 20-4. But this Snowflake team, they've had a couple of long winning streaks. The last time they played 2 nights ago in Show Low, we were there for that game. We called that game. And the Lady Cougars beat Snowflake 56-46. And in that game, it was Show Low out early. They had a great first quarter, and their defense was just smothering. And Snowflake had a hard time dealing with it. They played much better over the final 3 quarters, but it was Show Low's early start that helped set a tone in that game. Snowflake kind of set that tone here early, but they couldn't sustain it. Payson was eventually able to turn that thing back around and get it going the other way. So Snowflake, you have to wonder, what they need to do to correct some issues that they've got going on right now. I'll say that I think that Raya Denhalter needs the ball in her possession a little more often than what we've seen. And Kennedy Stewart, obviously, with the hot hand shooting from outside the arc tonight, I'd like to see them work to get Kennedy open for some more shots. She's certainly feeling it, at least she did in the first couple of quarters there. The Lobos, in the game here, in danger of losing their third region game of the season. They've lost to Holbrook, and of course they lost 2 nights ago to the Show Low Cougars. Payson has really done, they've done well, and Payson is looking good as we get ready to conclude the halftime report here. The Payson Lady Longhorns are not playing in the 3A East, and I want to apologize for that because I was mistaken on that. Payson is 6-0 in their region, the 3A Metro. That includes Gilbert Christian and Northwest Christian, a couple of good, strong ladies teams. But Payson is leading that region by a long way. Snowflake is trying to stay on the hunt to win a regular season region title. We'll grab a timeout and return with the second half. Right after this, we conclude the Northland Basketball and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Back with the second half right after this.
How would you like to be sitting on a beach under the palm trees with your feet in the warm sand and sitting next to the one you love? It's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Valentine's Special, and you could win a Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 plus $1,000 cash. Right now, with your insured windshield replacement, everyone can take that special person in their life out for 2 dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Wow!
Then take them to the movies with 2 free theater tickets. And everyone's name, including insurance and cash jobs, will go in the hat for a chance to win a 5-night Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 and $1,000 spending cash. Don't miss out on steak dinners, movie tickets, and a cruise for 2 with $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day.
536-597 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook, or call 928-524-6854.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Second half underway, and Snowflake strikes first here after a Payson foul on Payson's opening possession here of the second half. Grace DeSchaff committing a foul. Kennedy Stewart will run across the paint, right to left. You'll see it right there. Throw that one up and collect the points for Snowflake. Kennedy in double figures with 11 points for the Lady Lobos, and they have tied the game. Oh, pardon me. I'm looking at a scoreboard that's partially blocked. They have not tied the game. It's 27-21. Still a comfortable lead for the Longhorns. Meanwhile, to the foul line goes Kendall Hatch. Kendall Hatch, number 21 for Payson, at the line. Unable to hit the first one. And the lady that committed the foul that puts her there is Raya Denhalter. That's 3 in the game on Raya. And 2 foul shots off the mark for Hatch. And Snowflake will attack. And Kennedy Stewart will attack the basket, draw a foul. Two foul shots on the way for Kennedy. The lady that committed the foul is Miley Redford. And that'll be Miley's first foul of the game for the Lady Longhorns. Second team foul already in the third quarter. On a pace to get Snowflake into the bonus here real soon. Stewart unable to make that one. Missed also on that shot. Both teams a little struggle at the foul line here. And here comes Hannah Sarnowski into front court with the basketball. Boy, she is so fast, and she can change directions in a hurry. Shot from outside, missed. Rebound, Taylor Hancock. Snowflake will push it up and try to close that gap a little bit more. Down by 6 right now. Hancock outside. And Nicole Hips on the drive. Now to Denhalter. Travel called on Raya. And a Snowflake turnover back to Payson, back to the Longhorns. Well, Payson has not gotten out of the blocks yet offensively here in the second half. Look at Sarnowski. She is absolutely, she's blazing fast with the basketball. She did give it up. She tried too much. She was contesting 3 defenders for Snowflake, and they eventually forced the ball out, got the ball from her, and now a foul is committed. It's the 3rd foul of the game on Payson's Clara Whaley. 3rd foul on Clara. 3rd team foul on the Longhorns, and we've got 6:25 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Nice job. They work the ball underneath to Nicole Hips, Snowflake does, but unable to make the shot. Payson will get it back, so an opportunity missed right there for the Lady Lobos. Really could have used that shot, high percentage shot underneath. It was just too much, too strong. And Hancock is going to knock the ball out of the hands of the high post. Grace DeSchaff out there. And she got it knocked out and then ended up getting tied up by Hancock. And the jump ball gives Snowflake possession here. We'll see if Snowflake here. Now, neither team has been able to do anything the last couple of possessions they've both had. We'll see if Snowflake can do something now with the basketball. Nicole Hips has it deep on the angle right side, guarded closely by Sarnowski. And coach wants timeout for Snowflake. Down by 6 here in the 3rd quarter with 5:50 on the clock. We'll take this timeout. Stand by. It's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
So 5:50 on the clock here in the 3rd period. Inbound for Snowflake coming up as they took the timeout. The Lobos have 3 timeouts remaining. Payson's got 4 in the game. And a jump shot from the baseline left side. The lefty is good for Raya Denhalter. She's got 9 points in the game. Long outlet. And the Longhorns are going to struggle with it and lose it out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds. That was Clara Whaley down on the far end of the floor trying to protect the basketball but could not. Here's the jump shot again from Denhalter. As you take a look at it on the Sports Zone's live stream broadcast, the Sports Zone YouTube channel. So 27-23 is the score here. Payson in front. And Denhalter on the pass from Rennell West. Give West the assist. Give Denhalter the beautiful shot off the glass and a steal by Kennedy Stewart. Snowflake on a run right here. Can take the lead, and a 3 does just that. A 3 from the corner from Nicole Hips. Snowflake comes out on fire. They score the first 9 points of the 3rd period, grab a lead, and Payson has to take a timeout. We will as well. Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. What a shot.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a 2-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Out of the timeout, Payson will have the basketball. They had to spend a timeout right there to try and do a little course correction. Both teams now have 3 timeouts remaining for the final 13 minutes of this basketball game, and Kennedy Stewart's going to force another one out. Almost got another steal out of it. And then a 10-second call. Payson turns it over. That's not the way you want to deal with the basketball coming out of a timeout. And so Snowflake's momentum continues with the defensive play of the team in backcourt. Here's an inbound for the Lobos with 4:56 on the clock in the third quarter. And Snowflake has battled back to take the lead to start the second half. 28-27, Snowflake in front. Rennell West looks underneath. She finds Denhalter, and the shot is no good. Raya ended up on the ground, but no call, and the rebound belongs to Payson. Nice behind-the-back dribble by Hannah Sarnowski. She'll go across the paint. Beautiful pass inside, and the shot no good. Sarnowski got the rebound, put it up, and she was fouled on the way in. So she'll head there for 2 foul shots, and the lady that puts her there is Rennell West. Rennell's got 2 fouls in the game for Snowflake. That's the Lobos' second team foul. We're about halfway through the quarter. The Longhorns have committed 3 team fouls, and Hannah Sarnowski is at the line, missing this one. Well, Sarnowski will get another foul shot here, but she is a compact guard for Payson that is extremely fast. She missed the foul shot. Payson is 0 for 4 at the line in the third quarter. And overall in the game, the Longhorns have made 2 out of 7 free throws. Yeah, that's where they stand. Snowflake has had 1 foul shot this quarter. They missed that one. On the drive, Sarnowski got too far under. And it's rebounded by Taylor Hancock. Hancock will run it. 3-on-2 numbers for Snowflake. The dish left side, and the shot is good for Nicole Hips. Basket good there, and Snowflake immediately takes a timeout off the make with a 3-point lead. 30-27 our score here in the third quarter. Got another broadcast of Northland Basketball for you this week. Tomorrow night we're going to Show Low High School. Show Low hosting the Holbrook Roadrunners. We'll have that for you. And that'll have some serious implications about standings in the 3A East. It's Northland Basketball right here, this girls' game. Snowflake hosting Payson. Thanks for joining us for our live coverage, and an apology as you take a look at the Payson Longhorn baseball coach in the crowd with the gray shirt on. And a 30-27 score here in the second half, the third quarter. So we got that game broadcast for you tomorrow night at Show Low. Starts at 6 o'clock. Both Holbrook and Snowflake, who will play each other tomorrow night, both of them have tagged Snowflake with region losses this year. The latest being 2 nights ago when Show Low beat Snowflake by 10. And yet Snowflake has been able to maintain a very, very high state ranking, and give them a lot of credit for that. That overall 19-4 record indicates that they have collected some quality victories this season. As that one goes out of bounds, Snowflake will inbound the ball on the baseline where the ball was thrown from initially by Payson. So the Lobos with a chance to continue the scoring onslaught here for the third quarter. They have outscored Payson 9-0 in the quarter. Hips swings it around left side to Kennedy Stewart. Now back to Hips at the top. Kennedy one more time. She'll feign a drive to the baseline and bring it back outside. Now back to Stewart for a 3. That one's going to be off the back iron, no good. And it's rebounded by Snowflake. Hancock underneath somehow got the rebound and then gave Denhalter a chance with a jump shot, no good. Jump ball is going to get called in backcourt, and that will be Payson's basketball here. 3:28 on the clock. Somebody out there on our live chat says, what was the score at the end of the first quarter? It was 13-8. 13-8 was the score. Snowflake was in front of Payson at that time. And then Payson came out, tied the game at 13, and we saw a back-and-forth battle for a while in the quarter before Payson really let it loose in the... It was a stampede by the Longhorns toward the end of the second quarter. They outscored Snowflake 19-6. To get a halftime lead. But then Snowflake has really turned things around here in this half, and we'll get a foul right there on the Longhorns. Miley Redford, that is a player control foul. So an inbound on the way for Snowflake. That is now the fourth foul in the second half in the third quarter on the Longhorns. So Snowflake will be in bonus next time they get fouled. Here's a block shot out of bounds. Sarnowski coming out. Did a great job. Timed her jump well and blocked that one out of bounds. Our score 30-27. The Snowflake Lady Lobos in front in this game. Into Bryn Kupfer. She tries to force a pass inside that gets broken up. But then Snowflake is able to take it back, miss the shot, Kupfer rebound, and a push foul as Bryn comes down with it for Snowflake. It was Hannah Sarnowski who committed the foul. Snowflake on the inbound to Stewart. Stewart toward the paint, and she gets pushed and fouled, and the lady that committed this time was Clara Whaley. Now, Clara's got 4 fouls. Clara's got her 4th foul of the game, and we'll see if Payson will get her off the floor. It looks like they're going to do just that. Also, Snowflake to substitute here in just a moment. Payson's had a pretty marvelous season. Overall record of 20-4. And a shot right there that's good for Kennedy Stewart puts Snowflake in front by 4 points. Second one will not go, but it's 31-27. Snowflake in front. There's a buzzer. Well, a little confused as what's going on. Chaz Davis is the head coach, and he is questioning the call now. And his exact words were, how in the world did they get that ball? And I've got the same question because I wasn't paying close attention. Oh, I get you. Okay, got it. It was an inadvertent buzzer. We heard the buzzer. It was an accidental press of the button, and that means jump ball. And the jump ball belonged to Snowflake, but they couldn't do anything with it on that possession. Rebound Payson, and Snowflake commits a foul. And the lady that committed that one was Bryn Kupfer. Kupfer's 2nd foul of the game so far. Snowflake's 4th team foul. Inbound. And Sarnowski, and she is not afraid to challenge multiple defenders as she does up the floor that time. It does get knocked from her dribble. And they're going to give the foul to JC Ballard, but I did not see JC near the play. I did see Nicole Hips right there, but we'll go with the official. He's closer to the action than I am. And a ball, finally, Payson. Finally, almost 6 minutes of scoreless basketball by Payson in the corner. And it's Kendall Hatch. Kendall Hatch that gets the points inside for the Longhorns. Downtown, no good. Ballard rebound, and JC has the second chance bucket for Snowflake. And a steal. Kupfer stole it, but either she or the lady she passed the ball to, Nicole Hips, one of the two ladies traveled. And it looked like Snowflake was going to get points off of that takeaway, but they're going to be stalled by the whistle. Here comes the inbound into Sarnowski. She is surrounded. I mean, she draws a crowd of defenders. Loose ball, knocked away, picked up finally. Sarnowski throws it ahead. And a step-back three is going to come up short on the shot attempt by Tatum McDowell. Snowflake running, and Kennedy Stewart will try the reverse lay-in. No good. Kupfer rebound. Outside. Step in. Mid-range jump shot good for Nicole Hips. Hips has had a great third quarter. 7 in the third quarter for her. That's all of her points in the game. Came right here in the third quarter, and we've got 1 minute and 20 remaining in the period. Snowflake out to a 7-point lead now, their largest lead of the game. It won't last long. A shot make by Sarnowski. And Payson will grab a timeout after the make right there. We don't need a timeout here, do we? I don't think we do. So we're going to stick here with it. Stay right here with a minute 13 on the clock in the third quarter. You're listening on radio on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. It's the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. Thank you for watching on the Sports Zone's YouTube channel, and our apologies. We had technical problems here at the beginning of our broadcast. I think we've worked those out. Certainly hope we have. If you're having any issues on your end with anything that's coming across on the broadcast, please send us a message on the YouTube live chat. We'd love to hear from you. Correct those problems if we can. Snowflake coming out of the timeout, the Payson timeout. They have a 4-point advantage, 35-31, the score. I was commenting to Coach Davis from Payson before the game. I said, man, you are a young guy. And the thing about it is there are a lot of young coaches around now. There's Chaz right there on your screen. And, he's young, but he coaches well. I like his demeanor, his coaching maturity on the sidelines. As you watch Snowflake knock down a big three, Claire Reedhead connecting right there with a minute remaining in the quarter, and it's a 7-point lead again for Snowflake, matching their biggest of the game. But, Coach Davis doing a great job with his team, and he's got them to a 20-win season already, 20-4, their record right here at the moment. We'll get a Snowflake foul. The foul is committed by Reedhead. She's got her first foul of the game. 15 foul, so that means it's a bonus opportunity for Tatum McDowell. Kennedy Stewart will check out to get a rest for the remainder of the third quarter and see if she can freshen up for the fourth quarter here in a moment. She is replaced by J.C. Ballard, number 11. And J.C. is going to get a rebound. And momentarily a turnover. That was awesome, the way she worked the ball. You're trying to save it. It ends up rolling across her back. She reaches behind her back and almost had the basketball right there. That was a heck of an effort by Ballard. Watch this. She'll end up on the ground. There's the ball. I got it somewhere. I'll keep that. Jump ball to Payson with 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 6-point advantage for the Longhorns to overcome, that is, because Payson is down by the 6. Sarnowski will try and drive. Nope, kick it back outside, and there's almost a 3. Snowflake's defense closed it down, and we'll get a double dribble. Yeah, that was double dribble by Kendall Hatch. So the Lobos have it. Now 7 seconds remaining in the quarter. Ballard, 4 seconds. JC's going to drive the lane, throw the runner up there in the paint. It's no good. And the quarter ends like this. Snowflake 38, Payson 32. The fourth quarter ought to be dynamic. Stick around for it. More Northland basketball coming up right here on the Sports Zone.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Our thanks to Sholo Ford. They are one of our broadcast sponsors of Northland Basketball. Thank you to Sholo Ford. Thank you to Holbrook Family Dentistry. Thanks goes out to Navajo Petroleum, to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. And a special thank you as well to White Mountain Regional Medical Center, the hospital in Springerville. Find out how much they can save you by going to mdsave.com, mdsave.com. Look for services provided by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and it will be worth your time to check and worth the drive to get the savings as you see that big three landed on the right angle by Clara Whaley. Clara knocking it down for the Payson Longhorns to make this a 3-point game. Snowflake 38, Payson 35. Thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center for their partnership. They will present the Sports Zone's player of the game at the end of our broadcast. There is a cut to the basket, and Ballard unable to make the shot. Rebound, Longhorns. And we'll see if Payson will try to tie it or look for something a little more high percentage inside. The Longhorns with the basketball. Sarnowski at the top. She's guarded by Hancock. Picks up the dribble on the angle right side. And she'll give it to the high post. The turnaround inside, looking for a shot opportunity, and it's no good out there for Grace DeSchaff. Rebounded by Rennell West for Snowflake. The Lobos run it back up the floor. Stop for a Reed Head three-point try, and that would not go down. The Longhorns end up with a basketball. Here goes Payson. Sarnowski drives to the elbow, kicks it. And a three-pointer on the way to tie the game. No, won't tie the game. That one's off the mark. Rennell West rebounds Snowflake, and Rennell might have thought maybe she hurt her ankle. We're going to get a technical on Chaz Davis, head coach for Payson. He got in the ear of the venerable one, Greg Chavez Sr. And Greg's one of those guys, he's been doing this long enough, he does not issue a technical very easily. There are some officials out there, I mean, it's like they're going to call one in the game. They're ready to do it. They come to the game ready and planning to call it technical. I believe they literally planning to tee somebody up. But not Chavez Sr. And isn't, it takes, he's got patience and he's got experience and he is not emotional at all. That is something that, a quality that many officials, and we've got great officials in this area, but, as an official is growing and learning and maturing, you can't get emotional. You cannot get emotional. Here's a long outlet for Payson, and look at Kennedy Stewart back to make a great defensive play. Knocked that one out of the grip of Miley Redford. So good hustle back by Stewart. Stewart's had a great game for Snowflake. She leads them in scoring with 12 points. Hit those three-point baskets in the first half. And we've seen those other contributions like that defensive play right there. Now we'll see Rennell West knock the Longhorns ball handler right off her feet. That'll be personal foul number 3 in the game on Rennell. First team foul in the fourth quarter. Snowflake, here's the inbound. Sarnowski, she'll circle, and a bounce pass that is a little hard to handle out there, and it'll get tied up. Rennell was battling with the Lady Longhorns for the basketball. That was DeSchaff in there for Payson. Inbound for the Longhorns on the way. Snowflake in front by 4. Well, the Lobos got that technical, but they were only able to get a free throw out of it. Did not get points off the possession. Only got the 1 free throw, so it just did not cause the kind of damage that you always hope a technical is going to give you. You get the 2 foul shots. You get the possession of the basketball. You can make that as much as a 5-point swing in the game if you execute correctly. Snowflake only got the 1 out of it. On the baseline, the turnaround is up there, and Nicole Hips shot no good for Snowflake, and that one is loose. Looks like we might get another jump ball. We do. This time Snowflake will have an inbound and see if they can make this a little bit better than the 4-point lead they've got right now. Into Rennell West, now to Raya Denhalter. Over to Rennell. They got the wrong ladies out there playing catch on the perimeter. Inside to Nicole Hips. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Denhalter. That won't go. Hips again. And this one is going to be no good. On the Payson rebound, Nicole commits a foul. That's Hips' first foul today. Send it the other direction. Payson's got the ball back here with just under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Great game. 2 top 8 teams in the state, both in the Copper Tournament playoff bubble. Snowflake number 3, Payson number 8 from the corner. A very high and perfect three-point basket. The hang time on Miley Redford's shot is pretty extraordinary. She's hit a pair of threes in the game, and you watch it again. Let's see if you can appreciate how much hang time she gets on that thing. She throws that thing up in the air. Sometimes I marvel at the players that have a real flat trajectory on their threes, but then on the other side of that spectrum are the shots that loop up there really high. How can you have that kind of touch on a ball that's that high? But we just saw how you can do it from Redford. Hey, nice baseline move by Hips. And Nicole has 9 points in the game. All of that in the second half. Hey, there's a shot the other direction. The answer from Clara Whaley. Whaley's got lucky 13 points in the game for the Longhorns. Lob inside. We got a 1-point game, and that'll be knocked out of bounds. The Longhorns right there to knock it out. Snowflake will have an inbound coming up, but the Longhorns have just steadily kept fighting. Snowflake was in front by 7 moments ago. This is now a 1-point game. Inbound on the curl, and that's good for Rennell West. Rennell's been silent for a while. She scored early in the game. Scored one of the first 3 baskets for Snowflake in this game back in the first quarter, and has not been able to generate any offense since then. She's done many other things to contribute, and right there was a big basket that gets this back to a 3-point game. Snowflake will get it back on that turnover you just looked at. 3:35 on the clock. Snowflake in possession. They've got the ball way out on the high post. Now Rennell West for a 3-point try. That's off the back iron. Hancock the rebound. Outside to West. Now Kennedy Stewart. She hands off to Nicole Hips. Drives the lane, throws the runner, and the shot is good. Nicole with the basket and off the make with 3:12 remaining in regulation. Snowflake will spend one of their 2 remaining timeouts. We'll grab one as well. Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Snowflake out in front by 5 with 3:12 left on the clock in regulation. Snowflake will pressure the ball after the inbound, but the Longhorns bring it up, launch a 3, splash that one, big shots. Connected by Clara Whaley. Whaley having a great fourth quarter. She's got 8 points in the period, leads the team in scoring with 16 overall. And it's been her outside shooting that's been a lot of that. 9 points generated on 3 3-point makes by Clara Whaley. And you watch Raya Denhalter missing the paint for Snowflake, and Payson has a chance to tie it up right here. Let's see if they try to get Clara a shot from outside, maybe take the lead here with 2.5 or just about 2.5 remaining in regulation. Sarnowski, not sure why the 5-second call didn't come out. I thought the defender, Hips, was all over her, just shadowing her that whole dribble sequence, but no call made, and now a jump ball after a shot comes up shy. Nicole Hips got her hands in there to help tie it up, but it'll be Payson's ball for an inbound. Shot clock says 9 seconds, and on the inbound, that one is no good. Shot no good off the angle right side by Whaley. Well, that's what I would have done. I would have let Clara have that shot. but it was no good. Snowflake back in possession. 22 on the shot clock. 2 minutes and now 5 seconds on the game clock. The Lobos with the ball in the corner left side for Raya Denhalter. She'll dribble toward the paint, try to back her defender down. The little turnaround, it's no good. Those shots not falling very much tonight for Raya. And a rebound to Payson with 1:50 remaining in regulation. Here comes Sarnowski driving. Kick it back outside for a long-range 2. Foot was on the line, but the shot's good nonetheless by Kendall Hatch. Big shot for Hatch, and a tie ball game with 95 seconds left in regulation. Snowflake races it up to Hancock. She might have got away with a travel just now, and her shot is blocked by Whaley. Hancock driving into the paint, throw it up. Whaley blocks it out of bounds. 22 seconds on the shot clock. And a Snowflake inbound play on the way. Somebody out there named Hannah. Hannah Barrington is watching from Australia. Says, great game. And Hannah, I agree completely. Now, put a shrimp on the Barbie. Or whatever it is you do over there. You guys got those crazy spiders and stuff like that. 1:25 remaining in regulation. Here comes Whaley up into front court. 2 defenders meet her. Picks up the dribble. Timeout from Chaz Davis. Payson head coach wants to talk it over with 45s on the clock and 1:19 remaining in regulation. Stand by. Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
How would you like to be sitting on a beach under the palm trees with your feet in the warm sand and sitting next to the one you love? It's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Valentine's Special, and you could win a Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 plus $1,000 cash. Right now, with your insured windshield replacement, everyone can take that special person in their life out for 2 dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Wow!
Then take them to the movies with 2 free theater tickets. And everyone's name, including insurance and cash jobs, will go in the hat for a chance to win a 5-night Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 and $1,000 spending cash. Don't miss out on steak dinners, movie tickets, and a cruise for 2 with $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back. Woohoo!
Officials talking something over as we bring you back in now here for the final go of things here. We'll get a whistle on the Longhorns. That is the 3rd foul of the game on Miley Redford. You and I both missed it. It occurred right before we came back from the break. And here's the ball tapped out by Whaley. Oh, yeah, Snowflake's arguing, and they've got a good argument right here. The officials will talk it over. That was definitely touched last by Payson right in front of the bench, but both coaches, both the officials that are talking right now were some distance away. We'll look at it again, guys. Show us that. Yeah, there's your argument. Show us again one more time as the officials talk it over. Here's where, right, it bounces in, and there's Whaley. Got a hand on it right there, and she did. Snowflake saw it. I was right here. I can see it. I saw the same exact thing. The officials are still going to talk, and they are going to go Snowflake basketball. Snowflake basketball. It took a lengthy conversation. And I think right there, Coach Brogan is saying, hey, I almost had a heart attack right there. I just about had a heart attack, Mr. Chavez. Here's the inbound. Rennell West, shot no good, tips around. Snowflake will control with a minute remaining in the paint. Lobos scramble, and Kennedy Stewart is able to tip the ball up to Hancock to keep it alive. 22 on the shot clock here. Now 45 on the game clock. We're tied at 45. The Lobos with a weave on the outside. And now Rennell West into the paint. Rennell will pick up the dribble outside. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Denhalter pulls up, and her little jumper no good. Off the glass again. The follow no good by Raya, but Rennell West breaks the tie with the shots with 25 seconds remaining in regulation. And then a quick foul is whistled on the inbound. Payson wants a timeout. I think there was a whistle and a foul on Nicole Hips. That's her 2nd foul. And it's kind of inconsequential, but the 3rd team foul on Snowflake. Payson's got 3 team fouls as well. And now what will the Longhorns decide to do? You would think take it inside, right? Try to get a high percentage 2, tie the game, and see if your defense can hold with whatever time is remaining after that. But how about this? How about get Clara Whaley a 3-point look at it from outside? How about that? She's hit 2 threes in the fourth quarter. She scored 8 of her 16 points in the quarter. And in my mind, she is clearly their 3-point ace. So you maybe give a little bit of thought to going ahead and trying to win this game here in regulation on a 3-point try. 47-45, Snowflake in front of Payson. The Longhorns will inbound with the length of the floor to go. Payson will have at least Hancock in backcourt to contest the inbound. And a lot of time on the clock for Payson to work with, and no shot clock here for the final 25 seconds. Inbound to Whaley. She'll walk it toward the middle and across into front court. She is picked up defensively by Kennedy Stewart. Whaley attacks the baseline, and her shot goes up and misses. It hits the side of the backboard, and then after a Nicole Hips rebound, Sarnowski comes over and fouls her immediately with 13.7 seconds remaining. That is Sarnowski's third foul, and Snowflake wants a timeout, their final timeout, to talk it over. Payson's got no more timeouts. So Coach Davis has to be thankful that Snowflake decided to use a timeout there so he can discuss the options with his ladies, and those options will include, I'm sure, you gotta steal the inbound if you can, and then you've got to put Snowflake at the free throw line as the next option. And then you've got to call a play as to what you do, whether you pick up a rebound. What are you going to do? You know that you're playing with limited time. If you inbound the ball after a made free throw, which would be the second one, if you miss the first to keep the game within reach for a tie on a 3, what do? You got to walk through those scenarios. I'm sure that Payson understands and knows what to do. Try to steal the inbound. That's kind of job one right now. Snowflake will inbound up 47-45. 13.7 seconds remain. Inbound to Kennedy Stewart. And somebody's going to have to foul. 10 seconds on the clock, and there's your foul right there. It comes out right in front of our broadcast desk. Kendall Hatch commits her first foul of the game, and that is the 5th foul on Payson. So it puts Stewart at the line for a pair of critical free throws, because it becomes next to impossible to win if she makes both free throws. And the first one is perfect. So this free throw right here might be the ball game. Just about 9 full seconds remaining for Payson, regardless of what happens right here, and this one goes. So it's a 4-point game. Payson will inbound. Snowflake can let them pretty much shoot, have the shot. They don't have to inbound it if they did make it. Whaley will shoot a 3, and that's going to bounce off no good. Rebound Snowflake. That's your ball game. Snowflake wins 49-45. The Lobos win their 20th game of the season. Their record now is 20-4. Payson with the loss. Their record for the season, 20-5. Two great teams locked into a great battle tonight, and Snowflake prevails. And we know our Sports Zone player of the game. She was at the foul line to ice the game right there. Those 2 clutch foul shots were preceded by 3 3-point baskets made in the first half. I'm talking about Kennedy Stewart for Snowflake. She scored 14 in the game, and she is the Sports Zone's player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Wow, what a game, what a finish. And the final again, 49-45. We congratulate the Snowflake Lady Lobos. That's a big win for them. A great bounce back win. 2 nights ago they lost to Sholo, and I can't speak for the team exactly. I can only tell you what I saw, but it just seemed to me like the Lobos were quite a bit deflated. I thought that they certainly didn't seem to me to play the kind of game they were capable of playing against Sholo. And again, I thought they were deflated, but tonight they get a lot of that back with this great win that included great play down the stretch in that fourth quarter by Snowflake. Let's talk to our player of the game. Hey, welcome back in, everybody, to our broadcast location here in Snowflake for our conclusion of the girls broadcast, girls game, where Snowflake defeated Payson by a final score of 49-45. This is Northland Basketball at the Sports Zone, and our player of the game joins us now, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Her name is Kennedy Stewart, and Kennedy helped lead an attack for Snowflake that gets a big, big win today. And it's the 20th win of the season for Snowflake. Congratulations, Kennedy.
Thank you.
Well, there's a lot, I guess, to maybe unpack in a short amount of time if we can. Congratulations to you and the ladies. And it took some great play, spirited play down the stretch that second half. After Payson just really almost demolished your team in the second quarter, you came out unfazed in the second half. Tell me what it took to get a win tonight.
We definitely came out flat, not like we wanted to, but going into halftime, we're all talking about how we need to pick it up and start running our plays, and that's what we did.
You know what? This team here relies on everybody to make contributions. Your team does. Sometimes it's Raya. Sometimes it's Ronell. You know, sometimes it's Nicole. Tonight, I thought you were the lady that really had the hot hand, especially in the first half with the threes you made. Those 2 foul shots at the end. Your team has a lot of different players that complement each other well, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think with our bigs and our post down low that we can get it to them and we can all shoot pretty well. We've been a little off, but today I felt like we did a lot better being able to get the ball around to be able to use all of our players.
Kennedy, when I look at the top teams in 3A, and certainly Snowflake's one of those top teams, I really can't predict who I think is going to win a championship. I think there's so many teams in the 3A that can win the title. There might be 8, 9, 10 teams that can win a championship, and your team is right there in the midst of it. Payson's a team that could compete for that. What does a win tonight over Payson say about the Snowflake Lobos?
Yeah, we needed this win tonight to reset after our last game, and I think this will be able to push us to get through these next 2.5 weeks to be able to get into playoffs, and this will be able to motivate us to keep winning and keep going.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was a good game, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go enjoy the win, okay?
Thank you.
All right, there's Kennedy Stewart. She is our Sports Zone player of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Kennedy led the scoring for Snowflake with 14 points in the game, and as I mentioned, she scored 13 points, or hit three-point baskets in the first half, and those clutch foul shots at the end iced the game for Snowflake. The player of the game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And now we're joined by the head coach of Snowflake. Mike Brogan is standing by to join us here now. And Coach, congratulations, 49-45. Your ladies were resilient, and they held on for the win there at the end.
Yeah, we kind of struggled through that second quarter was a little rough on us, and so I really appreciate coming out of the locker room. We had some more intensity. Got the lead back in that third quarter and then kind of held on in the fourth quarter. Just got to get some shots to fall. I think we got a number of really good looks late. We just didn't get them.
Coach, I would never be presumptive and call to a coach's face their win an ugly win, but I don't think this was the most perfectly executed game for your team, and yet you beat a really quality Payson team. What does it say about Snowflake?
Yeah, and I think that it speaks to our toughness. I think, like you said, our resiliency, confidence is starting to come. And we've played a really tough schedule this year. I think that now gives us 8 of the top 10 teams in the 3A that we've played. And I think being in those battles night after night after night kind of help you get you prepared for something like tonight, where we didn't play our best, but we found a way to win. I thought it was fitting that it took us 4 shots in the paint to get the basket to put us ahead, because that was the whole night, right?
Hey, there was that moment there on the sideline here where the officials called it Payson's basketball when they tipped it out, and I had a clear advantage of it. You, of course, were standing right there. It almost felt like you when you were done and the decision was reversed and corrected, the officials did a great job on that. It almost felt like you were relieved from a mini heart attack there.
Yeah, and I mean, because you're down in a one-possession game at that point, right? And it gets so important. Truthfully, I was more frustrated that our guard picked the ball up at half court than the call that the officials made. When I saw Jake blow his whistle and come up, I knew it was going to get changed at that point.
Was there a moment in this game, anything about it that stands out for you, maybe something down there in the stretch?
I think the play that stands out to me is we got a tip ball on the press late third quarter. Well, no, actually, it was probably pretty early. And Nicole Hips hit a corner 3 that gave us the lead back. And I felt like when that happened, it relaxed everybody. You could kind of feel they took a timeout. You could just feel the burden lift from everybody. And I think we're still carrying some of that effect from Tuesday night. But that shot, I felt like kind of turned the corner for all of us. So,
congratulations, Coach. Nice win. 20th win of the season.
No, I didn't realize that was tonight. But we'll take it.
Way to go. Way to go. A big win and a big season unfolding for Snowflake. Go enjoy this, okay, Coach?
Appreciate it, Floyd.
All right, Mike Brogan, the head coach there of the Snowflake Lobos. They have defeated the Payson Longhorns by a final score of 49-45. I want to thank our broadcast team for the great work they did tonight under duress. We had a ton of technical problems and issues in this one, but I think we've worked it all out, and hopefully it's going to go smoothly for you in the boys' game coming up in just a moment. We're gonna end this broadcast and start a new one for the boys' game, so stand by for that. Again, the final score: Snowflake 49, Payson 45. Thank you to our broadcast team, our producer Derek Simmons, technical director on this one tonight, Big Joe Matthews, and even bigger Sean Ulvestad on camera tonight for the entire crew. Floyd Simmons, thank you for joining us, and God bless you. And join us for our next broadcast of Northland Basketball, the boys' game here in Snowflake, coming up in just a moment.